Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to week 4 of Animal Flow. Let's get straight in with some wrist rolls. So we're going to start mobilizing through the wrists and just do a gentle warm up and preparation for our wrists for the class, and some stretches and mobility through our hips, shoulders and spine. So remember, with this mobility drill, which is wrist rolls, we want to really put one palm on top of the other to get into that big circular roll so that you're really working through complete rotation of the wrist or as much as you can. And now roll back the other way. So rolling through the wrist, back the other way. One side might feel a bit different to the other. And then go into these wrist rolls like a snake. So week 4 this week of the course, we're going to be progressing, learning 2 more movements. We're actually going to learn 3 today, but one of them, now go the other way, is a similar to, so 2 of them are scorpion styles. So one of them is a progression of the other one. Or I should say, one is the full movement and one is half of that movement broken down. And they are switches and transitions. So we're going to learn the scorpion switch, full scorpion, and now do this, pushing down and opening up through the shoulders and wrist here. And the other one is a scorpion switch. So that is half of a full scorpion. But they're from our switches and transition range of movements from level 1. And we're also going to learn our last form specific stretch from level 1, which is a beast reach. Now do your wrist relief stretch. The beast reach. This is known as probably the most challenging level 1 form specific stretch. It's quite a challenging one. So we're going to go through it slowly. Let's go into wrist rocks now. Go onto the floor. Palms of the hands on the floor, tuck the toes under, and just rock through the wrists a little bit, warming up the shoulders and driving back into the heels a bit. So you're warming up hips, knees and ankles here. And you can use breath if you want. Exhaling and inhaling. Take your time. Okay, and I've had lots of questions about how much prep should we do if we're just going to do a 20-minute practice. You can do a 5-minute wrist and shoulder mobility. Let's go into shoulder drops like we're doing now. That is really going to warm up your wrists and shoulders safely enough for you to start practicing your flow. Do 4 more of these. 3 more, 2 more, and the last one. And now we'll do those wrist rocks with the hands back to front. So turn the fingertips pointing towards you. I've got my knees a bit wider. I've still got my toes tucked underneath, and I'm just rocking backwards through the wrist now. Little pull back, working on getting some more stretch through those wrists. Okay, so now we're going to warm up a little bit through the hips. This is an animal flow movement, but we're just going to start with some hip mobility. The first thing you're going to do is go into the shin box. If you sit like you're in a proud position here, but then just drop the knees inwards. So we're going to drop the knees. So we want the side of the foot on the side and the knee on the side. And then you're just going to walk the hands behind you and reach. And then you're going to walk them back, bring the knees back, drop them the other side, and then we'll walk the hands around to the other side. We'll do 8 more of those. 6 more, sorry, so 8 in total. Drop the knees, walk the palms, excuse me, banjo, on in front of you and walk them behind you. Try and keep a neutral spine. So you're just reaching into that turn. You're going to feel it down the side of your obliques here and into your hips as well. And then the other side, drop to the other side and walk the hands round to the other side. Just let someone in the meeting. Okay, so now you've got your shin box this way and you walk the hands to the other side. So reaching around to the other side and then drop the shins again this way and walk the hands this way. Got one more rep to go. Drop the knees, side of the foot on, hips drop round, walk the hands round and slightly behind you. And then sit in your butterfly. So soles of the feet together, trying to elevate up through the spine, working through, really opening up through the spine and hips. You can do slight little rocks if you want to here, that's fine. And now we're going to go into warming up our hips a bit more. So if you start in this kneeling lunge, then you're going to put the hands on the inside of the foot. You can leave the knee down if you want to, but if you can lift it up, that's great. And we're just doing a little bit of a rock here into that front hip, you'll feel it. And then we're going to walk the hands over to the other side and do the other side. So warming up side to side through our hips. If you want to put that back knee down, you can. And then walk round to the other side and do that little push and pulse to open up through. And one more, walking round to the other side and warming up through that hip there. Okay, so now we're going to try and go into our deep ape. So we're going to sit in our deep ape, wherever your deep ape is for you. Remember that you want the heels to be fully connected down on the floor. So if you're a bit higher, that's fine. So we've got our deep ape position here. And then from there, we're going to just hinge forward and drop into our hamstring stretch. So we're going to drop the head and lengthen the spine, wherever yours is. If it's here, that's fine. And then go back down into our deep ape. We're going to do reps of that. Hinging forward and going back into ape. We'll do 6 more. Hinge forward and back into deep ape. And again, hinge and into deep ape. Got 4 to go. Hinge forward, dropping the head, lengthening the spine, back into deep ape. 3 more. Hinge forward, lengthen the spine, and then back into your deep ape. 2 more to go. Hinge forward and back down. And last one now, hinge forward, drop the head and back down into your deep ape. If you can from here, reach and reach. 2 more, reach and reach. So from there, we've warmed up our hips very much so in that little drill. Now we're going to go into our crab positions. We want fingertips pointing away from us, feet hip width distance apart or slightly wider. Make sure your legs aren't too close. You've got this nice upside down V. Elevate up into your crab by pushing the heel of the hand into the floor. And we'll just sit in our crab. If you can, lift the right foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the left foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the right hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the left hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll go left leg under switch into beast and hold our beasts. Check your beast position, hands beneath shoulders, fingers spread, knees in line with the wrists, and then in line with navel. And we'll lift the right foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the left hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to continue with under switches. We're going to do 6. So left leg, under switch, left foot up, right hand, and round. Left leg under switch back. Try and control them. Right leg under switch. Right leg under switch back. Well done. Left leg under switch. Left leg under switch back. Last one. Right leg under switch. Right leg under switch back. And rest. Release your wrists a little. So that's sort of a very gentle warm up with your 8 beast and crab and your activation drills, wrist prep, hip prep, shoulder prep. You can choose a couple of those just to warm up and then do your practice. So that's just a little tip on how you can warm up a bit more quickly. So now I'm going to demonstrate the flow that we are going to learn today in week 4. So I'll demonstrate the flow here and I won't call it out. And then we'll start continuing with some form specific stretch, warm up still, and then we'll learn the flow by breaking the flow down into parts. So I'm just going to do the flow without calling it out. Okay. Okay. That's the flow we are going to be learning today. So the 3 movements we're going to learn were all in that flow: scorpion switch, full scorpion, and beast reach. But let's just start with some form specific stretch drills now. So let's just warm up the body. And I'm going to start teaching you this week about the concept of the language when we use the words to and into. To and into are really important words in animal flow language because they signify how we transition through a flow. I'll explain more about that later, but let's now focus on warming up with some drills. So let's set our crab. And we'll start with some crab reach. So we're going to go left arm, crab reach. Okay, hand between up. Lock on the eyes to the hand. Exhale as you push up. Continue the reach. Bicep over the head. Fingers pointing to the floor. Push the hips high. Return to crab. Right arm, crab reach. Return to crab. Good. Left arm, crab reach. Return to crab. Last one, right arm, crab reach. Look at the base hand, return to crab. From here, we're going to do a right leg under switch into loaded beast. So watch if you're not sure what I'm doing. I'm going to lift the right foot, lift the left heel, under switch, and go straight back into my loaded beast. So you do that now, and hold your loaded beast. Then we're going to unload. Knees stay low to the floor, arms stay locked out, head stays tucked in. Return to loaded beast. And again, unload. Return to loaded beast. Last one, unload. Return to loaded beast. Front step, left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Two more, left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Wave unload, hips high. Now, head between the arms, start loading your body weight forward over straight arms. Slowly start dropping the hips, unravel the spine. Last thing to move is the neck, look up. Return to loaded beast, chin tuck, and then the hips rise, and back to a loaded beast. Smooth positions, you can see me, different position, off we go again, wave unload, hips high. Push the body weight forward. Slowly drop the hips. Squeeze the glutes. Unravel through the spine. Return to loaded beast. Last rep. Wave unload. Hips high. Travel the body weight forward. Slowly drop the hips. Unravel through the spine. Return to loaded beast. And rest there a sec. So, we've just gone through a little drill of crab reach, under switch to loaded beast, front steps, loaded beast unload, front steps, and wave unload. So now we're going to do another drill, and we're going to incorporate some of the other form-specific stretches and transitions that we've learned so far. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is start on crab, and we're going to under switch tap. So remember, we under switch, tap into beast and go back. Right leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch tap. Right leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch tap. Jumping under switch all the way round. Right leg jumping under switch. Right leg lifts. You swap the feet in modified beast and all the way round. Left leg jumping under switch. Left foot underneath. Right hand over. Swap. Jump onto the other foot and round. Two more. Right leg jumping under switch. Left leg jumping under switch. Brakes go on at the end. Right leg under switch into loaded beast. Okay, now we're doing a scorpion reach. Right leg scorpion reach, the right knee stings the left wrist. The left leg doesn't lock out, stays 90%. And then 10% softness in the knee, open up through the right hip, push the left rib to the left thigh, head between the arms, arms locked out. Return to loaded beast, sting, and back. Left leg scorpion reach, left knee stings, right wrist. Push up to the balls of the right foot, soft knee, open up to that left hip, right rib to right thigh, arms locked out. Return to loaded beast. 2 more. Right leg scorpion reach. Chop. Return to loaded beast. Left leg scorpion reach. Return to loaded beast. Right leg front step. Through. Oh, I did a regress one on the floor. Return to loaded beast. Let me face you. Left leg front step. Through. Bring that leg through the window. Return to loaded beast. 2 more. Right leg front step. Through. Bring the leg through. Return to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Through. Return to loaded beast. And rest it there. Well done. Woo. Release your wrists. Get the sweat on there. Have a drink if you want one. So just to demonstrate to you, in 20 minutes, we've done wrist mobility, shoulder and hip mobility, prepared our body for a practice, and we've run through a lot of form-specific stretches, switches and transitions. We've also done the base positions, 8 beast and crab, and we've done limb lifts. So you can do a lot in 20 minutes. So use that part of this video to practice when you're short on time. Okay, so we're going to just continue with our 8 reach and open. So I want you to set deep ape wherever your deep ape is. If it's low to the floor, great. If you need to come higher, that's fine. But make sure your heels are fully connected. Okay, we're going to reach. Backs of the palms together, drop the head between the arms, reach forward, try and get the little fingers to touch back to back. Open. Open the palms, lengthen the spine. Arms are pulling length to length, not behind you. Reach. Heels go down, gradually, slowly, smoothly. Head between arms, reach forward, stretch through your back. Open. Open through the palms. Lengthen the arms. Rotate the palms so they're up. Last one. Reach. Heels down. Transition smoothly through this movement. Reach forward with the back of the palms. Really stretch through the back. Open. Lengthen the spine. Open the palms. Set deep ape. Set beast from there. Go forward into your beast. We're going to do 4 side kick throughs. Right leg, side kick through. Right leg under switch back to beast. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch back to beast. Now we're going to jump the next set. Right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Jump to right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch to beast. And rest. Well done. So let's crack on, learn our movements and learn our flow. So the first movement we're going to learn is a beast reach, So we're going to start in a loaded beast, and this movement to me is a little bit of a cross between loaded beast unload and wave unload, because the hips come high and the head stays in, but at the end of the movement, the head elevates. And we try and keep some protraction through the shoulders, like in loaded beast unload. So I'll demo it, but you can go ahead and do it if you've got an idea, or I suggest watching it and listening to my call out and technique, and then following along with some reps afterwards. So we set loaded beast. So back to heels, knees as wide as wrists. Keep the head tucked in. Now we call out left leg beast reach. I'm going to lift the hips and lift the left leg at the same time and point the toe. And I'm tucking my knee in. You can see here my knee's pulled into my chest. And as I travel forward over straight arms, like in a wave unload, I try and hook the knee on the outside of the elbow. If you can't reach it, don't worry. And at the top, I look up and exhale. When I return to loaded beast, the hips go high, the knee stays in, and I return. Right leg beast reach, right foot comes off the floor, hips come high, right toes are pointed, head's tucked in. I elevate forward, hook the right knee on the outside, look up, exhale, return, hips high, knee stays tucked in, and rest. So, note that in this move, we are very much trying to get height through the hips and keeping the load from rear to forward loading. So you're all in the rear load in your loaded beast. When you come forward, you want to keep these arms straight. Like in wave unload, when we wave through, we come forward onto these straight arms. So keeping that strength through the scaffold pole that are your arms, and the chin stays into the end and then out at the end with your exhale. So I will do it on a slight different angle and we'll practice again. Okay, so if you need to watch again, you can watch. Set, loaded beast. Left leg beast reach, left foot leaves the floor as the hips elevate. The left knee tucks into my chest, tight. Point the toes, come forward over straight arms, hook the knee, look up at the end. Return to loaded beast, tuck the chin, hips come high, feet are as wide as wrists. Right leg beast reach, right foot up, hip tucked in, left foot on toes, hook the knee, return to loaded beast, and back. Let's do 2 more. So rest the wrist, it's quite an intense loading, full strong position is beast reach. So this is our last form specific stretch that we're learning from level 1, it's the last one. So we're going to give it a bit more time. So we're going to start in loaded beast again. I'll show you from the other side. So set, loaded beast. Make sure the feet are as wide as the wrist. Right leg beast reach, lift the hips, point the toe, tuck the knee in. Push off the heel, ball of the foot of the left foot, travel the weight forward, hook the knee. If you can't hook the knee, don't worry, go to where you can. Return to loaded beast, hips high, and back down. Left leg beast reach up, and hook. Notice how my back leg is straight, my hips are high. I'm not collapsing like this. Turn to loaded beast. And rest. So release that. We'll have a little rest there. And then we'll go back into, release your wrists, that movement after we practiced a scorpion switch. Because I'm going to break down this movement into parts. because it's really important to learn it with all the different sections, so that when you're doing it, and then we progress to the full scorpion, you can work out all the little form-specific techniques and drills that are going to help you make it more seamless looking. So, a scorpion switch and a full scorpion both come from the group of movements in animal flow called switches and transitions, which really just means they switch you from one move to another, beast to crab, ape to crab, beast to loaded beast, crab to loaded beast. That's an underswitch, a switch. Or they transition you. They transition you from one movement to another movement, or they transition you to get to another movement. So they're just the linking parts of a flow that kind of create a bit of more sexy look than just doing an underswitch, a beast to crab, which I think is a great move in itself, that some of these other movements that we've progressed to with switches and transition just look a bit more dynamic, they're a little bit more challenging, and they look a bit more sexy and creative when you're in the middle of a flow. So, a scorpion switch is performed from a beast. It takes us from a beast to a modified crab. Now, a modified crab is this. So basically, it is just, this is my crab, and this is my modified crab. Okay? Crab, modified crab. So it'll remind you of this. This is a modified crab as well, but it's our side kick through. Okay, our side kick through. But when we want to do positions for modified crab, we can do it after a side kick through because we're then in a modified crab again. So the scorpion switch starts in a beast and it takes us to a modified crab. I'm going to demo one and then I'll talk you through. So this is scorpion switch. So I'll do a left leg, scorpion switch. Okay, now we'll do a right leg scorpion switch from a different angle. Okay, so they look a lot harder than they are. So we have to trust ourselves to push into the hands in them, because obviously we take our body weight over. So remember, our scaffold pole arms that are our space, our support, our strength from our shoulders down to our hands is really important in here. So let's start in beast and break this movement down. We start in our beast. You want to make sure you're in a really good, perfect beast setup, knees behind wrists. Lock out those shoulders, screw the elbows round, pull the elbows away, shoulders, sorry, away from the ears. Now, if I call out a right leg scorpion switch, I'm going to lift the right foot. Remember, that's called a modified beast now with one foot off the ground. And as I elevate my hips, I scoop this right leg out into my scorpion. I'm up on the balls of my left foot, as high as I can get. That's really important. So let's practice that bit first. Start in your beast. Right leg scorpion switch. We're going to lift the right foot and then scoop the knee out into the scorpion's tail. And don't lock out the left leg. Stay with it soft. Heads between the arms. Pushing the floor away with the hands. And I've come up to that open hip position. And back down. Let's do a left leg scorpion switch. Different position. Set. Beast. Left leg scorpion switch. Lift the left foot, push up, do the floor. You've got to push the weight through the heels of the hands, open up to that left hip. You want to push your right thigh to your right hip, Up on the ball of the right foot, and don't lock out the right leg yet. And back. So that's the start position. So when we call it out, I want you to go up to that position, and then we're going to stop there and learn the next part of the move. And if we learn all this really well now, when we learn the full scorpion at the end, it's going to be much easier, because all of these teaching points you will carry over, because they're exactly the same in a full scorpion. We just add a little bit on the beginning. So let's do the next part. So I'm going to show you from this angle. I'm going to set beast. Watch if you're not sure and you want to just have a practice. I call out a left leg scorpion reach, scorpion switch, sorry. I'm going to lift the left foot. I'm going to push the floor away with my hands and tuck the head in between my arms. Come up on the ball of the right foot. Don't look out the right leg. Open up through that left hip. Now watch my right leg now. I'm up high. My rib is towards my right thigh. Now I lock out the leg straight as I can, and I roll over on the right side of my foot. That's my break. That's going to allow me to parachute down. So you see, I used the side of my foot as my break. And just before I did it, I locked out my leg. So the leg's slightly soft, 90% lock out, but 10% soft through the knee. And then we do lock out, roll onto the break, the side of the foot, and then parachute the body over. So let's do the other side. Okay, set beast. So I'm going to do a left leg because that's going to show you from this angle. I'm going to push the floor away with the hands. Come up the base leg. I'm up on the toes. I've got my open hip of that scorpion's tail. I'm pushing the floor away with my hands. Now I lock out the base leg as strong as I can. Push the kneecap back. Roll over onto the side of this foot. Put the brake on. You can see my leg hasn't come down. My hand hasn't come off yet. And then I travel over. When I finish, look at my toes. They're flexed, not pointed. That's your break. Okay, and I'm in my modified crab here. So let's practice, and let's do 4. So we're going to set beast. Okay, follow along with me. Set beast. Right leg scorpion switch. Lift the right foot, push up onto the toes of the left foot. Left leg is slightly soft. Lock out the left leg, roll on the side of the left foot, parachute the right foot over. Left leg stays straight, flex toe. Under switch the left leg into beast now. Do the other side. Right leg, scorpion switch. Lift up, lock out the leg, roll over onto the foot, and over you come. Left leg under switch, go back to beast. We've got 2 more to do. Okay. Left leg, scorpion switch, left foot up on the balls of the right foot. Lock out the right leg, roll on the side of the foot as your break, all the way over to your scorpion switch finish, which is modified crab. Right leg under switch to beast. 1 more. Left leg scorpion switch. Left leg up. Push up through the hands. Push the floor away with the hands. Head between the arms. Lock out that base leg. Roll onto the side of the foot. And parachute over. Okay. Press down. Release your wrists. Now, I hope that all made sense. But remember, these, as we're progressing through the course, we're learning more and more movements, more and more teaching points, but that all makes sense because one complements the other. Your setup of your beast is very complementary to how well you're going to do that. Your setup of crab determines when you finish, are your lats engaged, are your eyes to the rising sun. This is going to really help you So everything you've learned at the beginning is going to dramatically help with your progress as you move through the course. Make sure he lies down so you can still see me. Okay, so we're going from that into our full scorpion. Now, the full scorpion is exactly what we've just done, but we add one more bit at the beginning. So instead of starting in a beast, we start in a crab. So we start in our crab here. And if I pull out a right leg, full scorpion, the bit that we miss from the scorpion switch is this. I do an under switch to beast, and I'm in the scorpion switch position to come up, over into full scorpion. So full scorpion is crab to modified crab. It's a 360-degree move. We go all the way round. Show you from the other way. So I'm here and I'm going to do a right leg full scorpion. I'm going to lift the heels, go under switch into beast, modified beast, push up through the floor, lock out that base leg and come over. I'll show you again. One more, crab. I'm going to do a left leg full scorpion. I lift the heels, left leg goes under, stay low. Don't put that foot down, push all the way up. Lock out that base leg, roll onto the side of the heel foot and parachute over. Okay, so let's practice them together. Release your wrists a bit. So full scorpion is just an extended version of scorpion switch. We do exactly what we do in scorpion switch, but we add on a crab under switch to modified beast at the beginning. So we start in crab and we finish in a modified crab. Okay, so we're going to do 4 full scorpions. I'm going to go slowly, you can follow along. You start in the middle of your room and we do one side to side. You should just stay in a similar kind of space. Okay, so set your crab. Right leg full scorpion. We're going to lift the heels. The right leg's going to go underneath us into modified beast. Push up through the hip. Open up through that right scorpion tail. Lock out the left leg. Roll over on the side of the foot and come to your modified crab. Left leg full scorpion. We just bring that leg underneath us. Back to your modified beast. Up over on the side of the foot, and I'm back there. Right leg, full scorpion, I move back a bit. I'm going to lift the heel, bring that right leg under, I'm in modified beast again. Lift up, open up, and I'm back there. Let me do this one from this angle. Left leg, full scorpion, left leg under, push up. Open up through the hips, lock out the base leg. And finish. So, there is quite a lot to learn, but release your wrists while we chat. That is your full scorpion and scorpion switch. And the reason I taught them both together is one is the same move, just with a little bit added on or a little bit taken away. So you're learning 2 moves together because they're so similar. Okay, and the beast reach, yeah, that's a tough one. So we've just learned those moves today. That's enough for today, because now we're going to practice our flow and we're going to break the flow down and we're going to talk about the words to and into. Now let me talk to you about this, have a drink while we have a little rest. Like I said to you along the way on this course, the animal flow language is everything. That's how we learn to flow, and we can flow with anyone, anywhere in the world, if we understand the animal flow language, which is always in English, because it's the same, it's universal. When we use the words in and into, it signifies that we are going to transition from one move into another move without completing the move we're in. So I'll give you an example. If I'm in a crab here, and I said, right leg under switch into loaded beast, normally I'd under switch to beast, wouldn't I, here? But I'm going to under switch into a loaded beast. If I said, left leg under switch into right leg side kick through, I know because I heard the word into that one move is going to transition into another move. So we keep the movement going. I'll give you another example because it's in our flow today. If I'm in a beast and I call out right leg under switch into left arm crab reach, I knew that when I was in the beast, that hand was going to transition into a crab reach. So what I didn't do was put the hand back down on the floor. So I'm in beast. Normally, if I said right leg under switch to crab, we'd under switch and this hand would go down. I'm saying right leg under switch into left arm, keep it here, crab reach. So listen out always for the words to and into, because they signify that something else is about to happen and you're going to, like a game of chess, prepare your next move. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So let's start learning the flow. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do an into, we're going to do an under switch tap into side kick through. So if I'm here and I'm in crab, first part of my flow is right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Okay, so let's set crab. We don't finish back in our crab because we go into the side kick through. Set crab, right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Okay, let's do that once more. Set crab. Right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Good. Now, we'll try to practice it on the other side just to give your body a chance to practice it. We'll go into crab. We'll do left leg under switch tap into left leg side kick. And again, set crab, left leg under switch tap into left leg side kick through. And rest there and release your wrist. You just grab my book. So I've got my flow here that I wrote for us. So from there, we are going to under switch to a beast. So we're going to start in crab. We're going to under switch tap to side kick through, and then we're going to do an under switch to beast and go into scorpion switch. So right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch to beast, left leg scorpion switch that we've just learned. Okay, let's practice that again. So crab. Right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch to beast. Left leg scorpion switch. Okay. Practice it one more time. I'll go from another angle. Take your time. Go a bit slow on the call up. Right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch to beast. Left leg scorpion switch that we just learned is going to take us to modified crab. Then we're going to do a right leg under switch into loaded beast. Lift the left heel, go into loaded beast. And the next part of the flow is our beast reach. Left leg, beast reach, lift the hips, left foot off the floor, tuck the knee in, and exhale, look up. Knee on the outside, return to loaded beast. Right leg, front step. Step that foot as far forward outside of the hand as you can. And then we're going to go left leg under switch into crab. Pull it under and go back into crab. Okay, so let's do that again. And we'll do it from here. Okay, so I'm going to go on a different angle. Set crab. Right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch to beast. Left leg scorpion switch. Up on the balls of the right foot. Lock out the leg, over on the break. Right leg under switch into loaded beast. Left leg beast reach. Lift the hips. Left knee tucked in. Then hook it on the outside. Return to loaded beast. Right leg front step. Left leg under switch, so bring it through the window into crab. And now from there, we should be back. We're going to do our full scorpion. So we lift the heels, right leg full scorpion. You go over to your modified beast and then push up through the hands. Look out the left leg, over on the break, parachute down. And now from here, we're in this modified crab. We're going to do a jumping under switch. So remember, that's normally from crab, isn't it? But it doesn't matter. We can do anything from crab that we can do from crab. We can do a modified crab. Left leg jumping under switch, go and all the way around. Okay? So, we've got about 2 minutes to practice our flow again. So let's do it with the call out. I'll go slowly. I'll call it out slowly. And you just try and follow along. Okay. Set. Crab. Right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch to beast. Left leg scorpion switch. Right leg under switch into loaded beast. Left leg beast reach. Return to loaded beast. Right leg front step. Left leg under switch into crab. Right leg full scorpion. Left leg jumping under switch. Finishes you in crab. Okay. So, just so we've done it, let's do that flow on the other side. So you've got the call out on the other side to practice. So we're going to call it out and we're going to do it on the other side. So are you ready? Set your crab. Left leg under switch tap into left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch to beast. Right leg scorpion switch. Left leg under switch into loaded beast. Right leg beast reach. Return to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Right leg under switch to crab. Left leg full scorpion. Right leg jumping under switch. Finishes you in 5. Well done. Release your wrist and make sure you have a drink. That's definitely been a hip opener, strong through our shoulders, and definitely a heart pumping workout today. Remember to practice, practice, practice little and often, and I hope you enjoy it. Release your wrists through. We've done a lot of work on wrists today, so just be kind to them now. Once you've done that practice, rest them and be kind to them, and then do little and often. More practice every day. Something is better than nothing. Lots of love.